You know, I didn't really want to make this video, simply because I personally like Muichiro. He's actually my favorite Hashira. Well, male Hashira. Kinda. No, really, the amount of fan art out there turning this man into a girl is actually crazy. Made me really think this character could have been another female Hashira. That would have been pretty cool, right? Anyways, this man is disrespectful. When we first meet Muichiro, it's at the Hashira meeting, held because they were able to kill Rui, which was one of the 12 Kizuki at the time. Also because Shinobu snitched on Giyu about giving Nezuko a demon hall pass as a Hashira. Like, can we just talk about how Shinobu was ready to kill Giyu in this instance? It's understandable, but damn, relax, Shinobu. Give my man a moment to think. Anyways, while everyone is giving her intro, Muichiro is just kinda in his own world. To be honest, at first, I thought he was some kind of like slow kid. Mind you, all the Hashira outside of Giyu already seemed like a bunch of weirdos. They're literally over there debating on whether or not they want to kill Nezuko right then and there before the master even gets there. But not only kill her, they're literally saying, why not just kill Tanjiro as well because he's a demon lover. Anyways, the ugly master comes in and tells them they can't just kill Tanjiro and Nezuko because these are our main characters, and if you losers haven't noticed, this show must go on. Soon after, Muichiro finally wakes up from being a fucking Mr. Potato Head and decides to throw rocks at the main character. At this moment, Tanjiro just wanted to slide for his little sister because personally, if a nigga starts stabbing my little sister and thinking it's funny, f the headbutt, I'm coming back with the Glock like Lil Bro Genya. Anyways, the next time we see Muichiro, he's in this forest bullying some kid for his like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. Well, his ultra rare Yorichi type 0. He's sitting here touting about how he's more important than this swordsmith kid, and since he can't fight on his own, why is he walking around with this ultra rare training dummy? The kid is just like, bruh, this is one of my family's most prized possessions. I can't just let you destroy it. Muichiro is just like, bruh, I'm a Hashira, and you're just some regular goof. Therefore, you have no rights to your own things, so I'm just gonna rob you for them by force. So he slaps the kid and jacks him up by his collar. The main character, Tanjiro, steps in, and it's funny because Muichiro doesn't even know who Tanjiro is, which shows he paid absolutely zero attention at this Hashira meeting. He slaps Tanjiro and calls him weak, telling him it's a miracle he was even able to become a demon slayer. Remember this, because it comes up later. Tanjiro gives him some main character speech about how he's right, Hashira are the best fighters, but they still need the respect of the people literally making the powerful weapons for them. Otherwise, they'll just be out here with some random kitchen items trying to fight demons. And well, good luck cutting a demon's head off with a fucking tablespoon. Muichiro replies with, bruh, this is my arc now. I don't want to hear any of that main character bullshit, and just slaps the shit out of Tanjiro again and takes the kid's ultra rare card by force. That was actually high level disrespect. You don't just KO the main character while he's trying to give you the main character speech. This is gonna be a +5 on his disrespect meter. They meet later and Muichiro must have short-term memory loss because bruh, he doesn't even remember who Nezuko is. He calls her odd and even asks if they've met before. Again, he paid zero attention whatsoever at this Hashira meeting, which raises concern actually, because if he doesn't remember Nezuko and she transforms, he might just start attacking her as well. Anyways, a couple seconds later and they're greeted by debatably the worst form of an upper moon demon I have ever seen. Upper Fort, Hantengu. Muichiro hops right into mode and cuts Hantengu's head off, which I thought this was his main form. And if you cut this one off, he can't just duplicate anymore. Well, I guess not. He splits into two and the writers decide this won't be Muichiro's battle and he's blown away to go fight someone else. Soon after, he's running to get back to the fight and sees this kid he assaulted earlier in the forest getting attacked by a demon. He immediately hops into his disrespectful bag and calls the kid low priority and wasn't even gonna help him. Like me personally, if I'm getting washed by a demon and a literal Hashira runs by, looks at me and keeps moving, I would feel beyond disrespected at this point. Like, bruh, I'm not making shit for this dude. Anyways, he remembers the main character gave me a speech about this. Considering this is my arc, I better pay a little more attention. And he rushes over to save the so useless, goofy looking kid, which gives him a +5 on style because he looked damn cool while doing so. Unfortunately, I gotta take it right back because after doing so, he tells the kid, "You're useless, just go run somewhere, you're getting in my way." Which is funny because this gives him a +5 on his negative karma. You'll see why soon. The kid tells him of some other side quests and some other people that need help. So he runs off with the kid, and as he's running, he disrespectfully just drops the kid while running. Like, bruh, why does he keep doing this stuff to my boy? Lastly, we find out his fight is gonna be with 10 out of 10 So Ugly Demon Upper 5. This fight shows how disrespectful my boy can get. This show immediately takes a dark turn when Upper 5 shows up with his terrifying creation. This is when I knew, like, yeah, this isn't a kid show anymore. He has a bunch of swordsmiths all clumped up together like some weird grafting experiment with swords stabbing through them. I even got upset after seeing this. Anyways, this is where the karma for Muichiro kicks in. A good 20 seconds into the fight, Muichiro gets trapped in a water prison, which unfortunately for him, this is his first lesson in humility. It's like, bruh, you're a Hashira, and in less than a couple seconds into the fight, you've pretty much already lost. Mind you, the dude you called weak is literally over there cooking. Chef Tanjiro is over there getting disrespectful with it, showing us he just might be the Hashira in this arc, my guy. Anyways, while Tanjiro and Genya is over there cooking, Muichiro is, well, giving up on life already. He tried once to get out of the water prison and it didn't work, so he's already saying his goodbyes. Mind you, at this time, Upper 5 could have killed him, but fortunately for him, Upper 5 decides that he'll just humiliate him by letting him die in that prison and goes on to attack other people. What a sad moment for our favorite Miss Hashira this is. He did all that talking about how everyone is nothing and he's a Hashira, so he's far more valuable than regular people. Well, look at you now. Oh, how the tables have turned. You look mighty fucking pathetic in this prison right now. Well, that's it. Arc's over. You lost, Muichiro. GG's. We'll see you later. Well, lucky for you, Muichiro, Tanjiro's words gave you some good karma. The kid you bullied, stole from, robbed in broad daylight, dropped while running, and called useless is here to save the day for you. I actually really like this sequence because it basically puts Muichiro back into the right mindset. Just because someone is weaker than you doesn't mean they're completely useless. Under these circumstances, the kid is literally a blessing from God himself. The kid uses his hot ass breath to breathe an air bubble into Muichiro's lungs and gives him a second chance at life. After this, Muichiro breaks free and realizes, okay, this must have been a lesson in humility to humble me from being so disrespectful to the wrong people. Now that he's free, we finally get to see him start cooking, disrespectfully, to the right person this time. He confronts Upper 5 and shows him like, bruh, I know the writers let you rock out for a minute, but now I gotta show you whose arc this really is, and turns into an Upper 3 Hashira. This fight is perfect too, because it puts all the disrespect into one pot. He not only shows Upper 5 that he got the hands, but he also decides to roast Upper 5 mid-fight, just to show him like, bruh, I'm really that nigga right now. You really just can't with me. Upper 5 gets angry about being flamed mid-fight and decides to show us his ultimate form, which, I don't know, he just kinda turns into the Little Mermaid, and not the fine one either. It doesn't matter anyway, because Muichiro is on a different time with this one and roasts that form as well. He tells him like, bruh, it's over. You ugly as a bitch. Those pots are trash. You smell like fish, and your attacks are stupid. Like, bruh, you literally turn stuff you touch into fresh fish. Like, what kind of shit ass skill is that? After this, Muichiro gives him this shit-eating grin and disrespects this man ultimately. He not only cuts this man's head off, but decides to take it a step further and cut this man into a can of anchovies. This is when I knew, like, bruh, the writers are just doing whatever to show Muichiro is really that nigga right now. How crazy of an arc for my boy Muichiro. I really hate saying that too much because his name is really weird. He took a couple L's in the beginning of this project, but ultimately redeemed himself and got off even more disrespect in the process. You know, I watch around and I see people actually calling this man the Smoke Hashira from this performance. In the end, Muichiro taught us all a lesson as well, which was some demons, you know, their backstory. It's real nigga hours. So, you, Upper 5. Muichiro truly is the demon mode Hashira right now.